do you think of the history exam?
So bad. I don't think I remembered anything.
That's awful. I know I failed it.
Well, I'm sure you did better than
hi,
you
girls.
Hi,
Hey,
Mrs. Hu.
wait till you taste these. They're so good. Hi, Megan. How's school?
Mom, we go to the same school. You don't have to ask.
You let her answer, okay? Hey, wait till you taste these. They're so good. Oh, wait. You don't eat pork, right?
That's all right. I'm not that hungry.
I have some with seafood. I can never remember if Jewish people eat seafood or not.
Mom, really? She said she's not hungry.
You let her answer, okay? Really? You don't want something?
That's all right.
You're so skinny. Oh, hey, how do you do on that broken dancing competition?
Oh, break dancing, but it wasn't break. It was hip hop.
Breaking, broken, hip, hip, hop, hip. How am I supposed to know that?
Mom, stop talking, okay?
What?
It's not broken, it's breakdancing. It's not hop-hop, it's hip-hop. For God's sake, just stop.
I embarrass you. I embarrass you.
I think I should go now. My mom just texted me.
Mom, oh my God, that was awful. And in front of Megan?
I embarrass you. You must be only one with feeling. Huh? I embarrass you in front of Megan, and don't think I don't see you rolling your eyes when in front of your friends. I embarrass you, huh? I shouldn't even try. My English is so bad.
Mom.
My English is better than your Chinese.
We live here. That's not my fault. I don't understand how you sound this way after all these years.
What you think we came here for? We came here for you.
I never asked you to.
You are the most ungrateful daughter I ever met. You know, you don't deserve me as a mother. I don't deserve you. I don't deserve any of this. I go to work and they make fun of my accent. I go to the store and they yell at me like I'm deaf. The other day, your daddy and me played tennis, and the man yelled at me and he said, "Go home." Fine, my own daughter treat me this way. I'm not your daughter. I'm not your mother.
Mom, you don't mean that.
All right, freeze. So let's all take a moment and take a seat, and let's invite the friend, Megan, back to the stage for a discussion. So, Mom, why don't you tell all of us how you're feeling right now?
I would never, ever think of treating my parents with such disrespect.
It's not such a big deal.
What?
Yeah, I roll my eyes at my parents all the time.
You say that like it's a good thing.
Yeah, I really don't know if it's a good thing or not, and I'm actually really glad that Mom is showing us how frustrated and angry she is, because let's be honest, parenting isn't easy. Being an immigrant parent definitely isn't easy, right? And so, but I think what's going on here is Eva also is trying to figure out who she is, trying to integrate two very, very different cultures. She's trying to understand Mom's, cultures and beliefs, trying to understand the Western values as well. Mom, I wonder if you would feel a little bit different if it didn't feel so personal to you.
You mean, what you're saying is she's not disrespecting me.
I think that perhaps when you're growing up, we're probably taught in our culture, harmony, harmony, harmony. We have to respect our elders at all costs. But in the Western culture, it could be, like Megan said, much more common to talk back and roll our eyes and be sarcastic with our family.
You're right. Megan a good girl, yeah? She best friends with my daughter. But I see her roll eyes at her parents. she loved them, but you know, sometimes she gets embarrassed. So they don't, her parents, when she roll her eyes, her parents are like, they don't care, you know? They're Caucasian. They don't care. It doesn't bother them.
Right.
Maybe I should have like 脸皮厚, you know, more thick skin.
Right.
Yeah?
Well, and also, you know, you're not all in the wrong there, but I also want to acknowledge that adolescence is an awkward time, right? You're probably fearful of not fitting in, and you probably don't want your mom to be embarrassed, right? And so I think at the end of the day, you still love your mom. Maybe you have a different way of showing it, or it's harder to show it. So keeping all these perspectives in mind, why don't we rewind and try it again? Yeah?
Okay. I wish we could in real life. Yeah.
Okay. Version 2.0, action.
That history exam got me.
I don't understand why we have to take all these tests. Like,
Oh, hi, girls.
Hi, Mrs. Hu.
You have a good day? Wait till you taste these. They're so good. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
Hey, these are so good. Oh, wait, you don't eat pork, right?
No, that's all right. I'm not that hungry.
I made some with seafood. I can never remember if Jewish people eat seafood or not.
Mom, really? She said she's not hungry.
Hey, how you doing that broken dancing competition?
Oh, break dancing, but it wasn't break. It was hip hop.
Breaking, broken, hop, hip hop, hip. I don't know how I'm supposed to remember that.
Mom, really? Stop talking, okay?
You know, I don't know how to remember breaking, Megan. What do you think?
A lot of people get breakdancing and hip hop confused.
Ah, see? Just for that, she gets more wonton and you don't.
Mom, you're embarrassing me.
I can see that. But Megan's smiling, so you help me out, okay? Your parent ever embarrass you?
Oh my God, my dad picked me up from dance classes one time wearing plaid pants. I almost died.
Yeah. See? So I won't wear plaid pants and your dad won't talk funny, okay?
It's not the same at all. You do this all the time.
Well, okay. I hear you. At least I'm trying. You know, when you grow up speaking English, it's easy, right? You just pick it up. But when you don't grow up speaking English, it's exhausting. You find out when you go on that Spanish trip, okay? Megan, you go on that Spanish trip?
I don't know yet, but I do know what you mean. My grandma's accent's way worse than yours.
Yeah, and you know what's not fair? Is European accents are sexy. Yeah.
My grandma sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Not sexy.
Like, it's totally not awkward that my mom and my best friend are discussing whether her grandma is sexy or not.
Just for that, she gets the last slice of leftover cake, and you don't. You know, there's a guy in my work, French guy. Nobody can understand what he say, but they all love him anyway, right? It's no fair. Listen, if your goal in life is to not be embarrassed, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to fly across the ocean and get a job where somebody might make fun of you. You don't have to do anything, and then maybe nothing bad would happen to you, but nothing good would ever happen either. Megan didn't have to try out for the dance team, yeah? But if she didn't, she would never know. I remember when you were a little girl and you were afraid, here you go,
Thank you.
to say hello to her because you didn't know her. But then you did, and now you're best friends, and I'm glad. Okay, have your cake.
You're not helping.
You know, I think your mom's cute. At least she cares. My dad doesn't even know that I tried out for the dance team.
All All right, so let's freeze it right here. And then let's bring Mrs. Hu back so that we can have a discussion again. So how was it, Mom, for you this time?
It was much better. We didn't feel like enemies anymore.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that you were trying to use humor to lighten up the atmosphere. I saw that you tried to give examples of situations when daughter would feel embarrassed or not fit in. So I think you made it much more relatable.
In real life, so I'm going to stand up now as Dr. Who and not be the mother for a second. So I wrote this skit based on my real life. I was the teenager, but I'm also the mother. So my mother sometimes tells me, don't even try, right? My daughter tells me. And I learned not to take it personally. One time when we were selling Girl Scout cookies, that was when I came up with a speech about if your goal in life is to not be embarrassed. She said, Mom, do you have to do that? And I said, no, we don't have to sell Girl Scout cookies, but you don't have to go to Disneyland. So if we sell the Girl Scout cookies, the faster we can go to Disneyland. And she learned. You might be embarrassed. Somebody might think, that girl looks really stupid selling Girl Scout cookies, but the more people that buy the Girl Scout cookies, the better. So I learned that it was more important, not that she respect me for whether I speak perfect English or whether I know the latest fashions, but what was more important is that I don't give up and that I persevere and I keep trying even when it's not perfect. And I want her to respect me for that. That's more important than I was born here, so I speak English, but when we went to France, my daughter, who learned it earlier than my husband or me, she was like, Dad, you sound terrible. But then it's sort of like, you know what? We got to the restaurant, we got to eat something, my French is good enough. And you know what it is about accents? An actress, a famous actress, Constance Wu, you know her? From Crazy Rich Asians, she said, having an accent is nothing to be ashamed of. It means you speak 2 languages. So.
Yeah, thank you for that. And Eva, as a teen, what were your thoughts about the second time around?
I felt a lot better the second time around. I think I loosened up when I saw that Megan wasn't reacting to my mom the same way that I was. And in a way, when I was trying to get her to stop talking, I was just, trying to protect her. I didn't want her to embarrass herself in front of, my friend. So in a way, I was really just trying to protect her.
Yeah, and I think the point here is also biculturalism is really difficult. You're trying to figure out who you are. Adolescence is really, really awkward. And maybe around this time, you start to realize that you think differently than your parents. And maybe then you start feeling a little uncomfortable. You don't want to share your feelings with them. But I would encourage, the teenagers in the room to also take that risk to share your thoughts and, beliefs with your parents, even if it feels a little different, because that way your parents, your family can still feel very connected to you and start to appreciate you for who you are and your new identity without just being an extension of themselves, right?
Yeah. I wrote the part of Megan based on my real best friend in high school. Even though I thought my parents talked funny and dressed funny, and her parents were Caucasian and they didn't, she envied me. She wanted my parents because her parents were divorced. Her dad didn't even know when she was trying out for the team. Her dad didn't know. So I realized that being who you are and being there for your kids, that's more important than being cool or perfect. And then the part about the plaid pants, that's my husband. He actually wore the plaid pants. So we convinced him not to anymore. But it's more important to be there. It's more important to show them that you care than being perfectly dressed and speaking perfectly.